Hey everyone, I'm Rachel.
And I'm David.
And we are on the Discovery Princess in a mini suite, specifically room A227, and we want to give you a tour.
Let's go.
We start in here with the closet. So the closet is actually bigger, I feel like, in the mini suites than even in the balcony rooms. It has a lot of hangers that they give you. Plus, as you can see, we actually already have some of our stuff hanging up. And a lot of room in the bottom of the closet for you to store your luggage or anything else you might want to keep down there. And lots of drawer space, actually. It's almost double what we had in the balcony. So lots of space to put stuff in here. So you have your same little safe that you have in other rooms. And now let's show you the bathroom. And again, the light is on the outside. So that's just a thing with most cruise ship rooms. Light's always on the outside. And I'm actually going to step in here for the bathroom tour. Normally I can't do that with cruise ship bathrooms, but this one's huge. It is a mini suite. So we have a full-size tub, which is amazing. It is, again, a perk of having a mini suite or higher on this ship. It's very large. It's actually tiled, which is nice. And you have, a grab bar and your body wash and your shampoo and conditioner. That's pretty standard, as well as a little shelf, which is really nice. And your shower head looks very standard. It looks the same as in some other rooms we've had on similar ships, but you can take it down, and just your normal nozzles as well.
I will say the ceilings in here are a little taller than most rooms, I would say. So some of the taller people might have an easier time in here.
And one thing, though, is kind of weird about this kind of setup is that the towels and the towel rack are in the shower with you. So there are some other ones, but they hang the majority of your towels in the shower. So you might want to take those out before you actually shower, or else they'll probably get wet. But you will have some additional space to put your toiletry items and everything on the end. So that's really nice as well. So we have a pretty normal toilet situation here. It's pretty cramped, but I would rather have this space in the shower than just around the toilet personally. So it makes sense for us. You have to have it closed to flush it, just like most other cruise ship bathrooms. And then underneath the sink, we have a trash can and some extra toilet paper. That's where your regular toilet paper is. All right, you do have this fabulous full-length mirror right here, and there's a spotlight right on you above your head while you're looking in the full-length mirror. So that's nice for your outfits before you go out. And then there's another mirror, which is especially useful when you have a lot of people with you. You can do makeup here because there's a little shelf. And then we move into the main living area, which includes the bed. So this is a queen-size bed, and we requested it to be this way. If you want, you can request it to be 2 twin-size beds, and then they'll move each piece out farther and put the nightstands in between. You each have your own lamp, and it has a little switch on it right there. And you each have your own USB plug, but as far as we can see right now, those are the only plugs on this side of the room. So you're not going to be able to plug a bunch of devices in over here, it seems like. Your nightstand also has 2 drawers, and they're just small drawers, as well as a little shelf on top. And they are not soft close. They're kind of soft close, like they don't slam, but when you have to force them shut, they will slam. You have some light switches here, and they control various lights throughout the room, so you don't have to get up to turn the lights on and off, which is really nice. And this very different light above the bed. We've never seen one like this on a ship before, but it gives some kind of soft lighting to the bed area.
Yeah, it's like recessed. It's interesting. So
it looks like there may be some part of the venting system coming in.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's some slats on the side.
Cool. So the bed should be fairly cool.
All right, so I'm going to do my bed test. Let us see how this feels. It feels like a normal princess bed. We've been on the princess ship for 7 days already, and it feels a lot like the other bed that we had on the ship. So I'm going to give it about a 7.5 out of 10. I think it's going to be pretty comfy.
Sounds about right. Alright, it's time for my turn on the bed test. I am fairly confident it's going to be about the same as Rachel's because, you know, Princess has a particular brand for their beds. Actually, the initial bounce is a little stiff, but it all comes together. It's just so nice. Alright, so we'll look at the thermostat here. It's the same one we had in our other room, unfortunately. It is just as basic as it gets for thermostats on cruise ships. There's no indicator on what the room temperature is currently or what it's detecting the room temperature is. And you have no idea what you're going up to or down to. Unfortunately, it's very, very basic. So last room actually did pretty good. So I have some high hopes with this one. And I'm a little worried only because the room's a little bit bigger and we're going to have more people walking around in the room. So, you know, we'll put it to the test and see how that goes. But the next thing we'll talk about is the HDMI ports on the television. And with all the mini suites on this ship, you're actually going to get 2 televisions. So I'll show you the other one in a minute here. But the HDMI ports are right here on your left-hand side. And I would say this one's actually pretty hard to get to because this TV is not pivoting at all. And again, never like pull at your TV or try to get access by pulling on it. You know, if you don't have any kind of pivot motion, you're going to have to kind of finagle your way into the back here. But having some experience doing this, I'm going to be okay, but it might be a little more difficult for some other people. So, and it's the same exact TV over here. So.
Yeah, and one thing about a mini suite is you actually have a curtain that separates the sleeping area from the living area. So that's really nice as well. You can see, and you can keep it, you know, tied up during the day or whenever you don't want to. And then you can pull it closed.
So you make a mother-in-law suite.
Yeah.
The fridge is hidden down here in the desk as usual. And it's got, this one actually opens the other direction. So that's interesting. And we got a couple sodas and stuff in there too already. So right off the bat, I'll say it actually doesn't feel very cold in there. These kind of feel like room temperature. So might have to finagle with that a little bit and see if we can get it turned down a little bit. You got your phone, typical boring stuff. You got all your easy access hotlines there. So yeah, so we got regular 3-prong US plug right there. You got your lights for your desk area. Those are pretty good. We have also 3-prong here, international plug, different international plug, and then another international plug. So you're going to want to get an adapter probably because I have a feeling that for us in particular, the 2 US plugs are not going to be enough for us. So we're going to have to make some kind of situation work here. We also got regular drawers with, the hair dryer's in here.
Yeah, so it's not a great hair dryer. I've tested it in other rooms before. It's attached through the drawer. You have to hold the button to make it go. It's not great. It does have 2 power modes, but neither one of them is that strong. So I would give it like a 2 out of 10.
2?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not an expert on the hair dryers, but regular drawers. I've had a couple drawers in my life, so pretty basic, you know what you're looking for. And then on the side here, there's actually a nice little couple cubby areas here that we actually usually keep a couple things in here, you know, souvenirs and stuff as we're stopping at ports and things. So just don't forget these things. It's actually pretty easy to kind of forget that you put stuff down here, especially once this curtain is kind of in the way and stuff.
And then you have your desk chair. It's pretty normal.
Very basic. Nothing too exciting. It's actually pretty heavy. I think that's in case the ship starts rocking. It doesn't go flying anywhere, so.
And then here is the other TV David was talking about.
Yeah, same exact brand and everything. It even uses the same kind of controller. So ports, again, on the side here. Pretty difficult to get to, and no pivot in the TV, so don't mess with it too much.
All right, so this is the sitting area. They give you another really nice nightstand. So if somebody's sleeping in the bed here or in the pull-down bed, because there is a pull-down bed in this mini suite, they'll have a place to put all of their stuff at night. So that's really nice. And it does have, it's just like the other ones. It has 2 drawers and a little shelf. The couch is huge. You could probably fit 4 people on this if you needed to. But 3 definitely more than comfortable. And there is actually a bed underneath here that we'll show you some a little bit later because we have somebody that's going to be sleeping on it. But let's see how comfortable the couch is. I do feel like it's a little bit more comfortable than our love seat was on our balcony room. I think it's It's very deep, probably because there's like a flipping bed in here, so it is very deep.
All right, let's see. Oh, the middle is very stiff.
Yeah.
So
it's not the most comfortable.
You're right, though. It is very deep. It's very roomy, though. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
If you have short legs like I do, it's probably not the most comfortable for you.
Yeah, I have pretty short legs too, so I don't know. I could see like just taking a nap on the actual couch portion itself, just because it's so big. Yeah, I think that's actually pretty good. Nice little use of the space. I think they did pretty good.
And then we have the little coffee table, which it is very little, but it is glass. Like this is some of the furnishings in the mini suites get an upgrade from the lower tiered rooms. Like you have marble on top of your, nightstand and your desk instead of just like a linoleum type thing. And then you have your glass in your coffee table as well. So you do get a little bit of an upgrade of the furnishings as you go higher. And you do have some lights here as well. So everything has its own light switches, which is nice. There they are. So you can get some more lighting in this area. And then, of course, we have the main feature of this room, which would be the balcony. All right, so we have good blackout curtains, just like any other balcony room. And here we are. So the balcony is pretty small, to be honest with you. I thought it was going to be a little bit bigger. If you come out here, you can really not have that many people out here at the same time. And it's not very wide, is the problem. So if you're going to be sitting in a chair, you're going to be, your knees are going to be maybe touching the glass, and you can't lean your chair back very far. But you do have a full table, so you can have like afternoon tea or snacks out on your balcony and enjoy that, and so that's really nice. We do also have an overhang above us, which again, I prefer that because if it's raining, you can still enjoy your balcony, but some people might want to see the open sky. Nice. Thanks for joining us on our tour of our mini suite on the Discovery Princess. So we've been in this room for almost a week now, and we wanted to give you our thoughts. This is a lot of space. Like, obviously, if you're booking a mini suite, you expect to have some space comparatively, especially to some smaller cruise ship rooms. But I do feel like this is a decent amount. We have 4 people in this room, and really the only time we're stepping on each other that I've seen is like bathroom time, because the hallway to get into the bathroom is still the same small size. But as far as like lounging, I haven't felt crowded.
Yeah, it's almost only like when people are getting ready to leave. That's the only time you're really going to be running into each other. And you have the mirror out here on the desk and everything too, so that helps a little bit. And you get the full length mirror, so someone can be over there, and then obviously the bathrooms.
Yeah, and there is a lot of storage. There's lots of shelves in the desk itself. There's lots more room in the closet. It's like double the size of the closet of the smaller rooms. So there's lots of storage in here as well. I don't think it's going to be cramped at all if you do have up to 4 people. Unlike some of the other rooms where maybe only 2 or 3 you'd feel comfortable with. But you have enough storage, even for 3 women and a man to be in here.
Oh yeah, and there's, you got the space under the bed that has some room too, and the side tables are actually pretty spacious, like the drawers for them. So, we weren't lacking for space.
No. And I felt like it stayed pretty cool in here for the most part. We did have mostly cooler weather. We did go to Mexico and had a couple of days where it was pretty warm. And obviously you don't want to open your balcony door if it's cooler on the inside than it is on the outside. But I didn't feel like it got super hot at all.
No, it was kind of surprising in a way because when you have 3 people or 4 people moving around in a room, it can get warm pretty quickly, and I'm always warm. So I was actually surprised at how well the AC worked. I was a little skeptical at first because the vents are up into a recessed part of the ceiling, but it ended up actually working really well.
And on the subject of keeping things cool, our fridge is also pretty good. We had a lot of beverages in there, and it seemed to keep them all pretty cold.
I'm always happy when that works. We've had some pretty bad fridges over the years in our rooms, so this was actually pretty refreshing.
One thing though, I will say I wasn't as pleased with was the water pressure in the shower. I feel like a lot of times when I go on a cruise, I'm very excited about the water pressure because for some reason it's usually really strong. But on this ship, it's not been that great. I mean, you're still going to get clean, but if you have a lot of hair and a lot of long hair, it might be a chore to wash it. It's just not as strong as I would like.
Yeah, it's really not.
Yeah.
It's a little surprising to see that the ship is, which is fairly new of a ship, would have pretty weak water pressure. So I will say that it's a little wonky having the 2 televisions. It doesn't really make sense because the only thing, splitting the room in half is the curtains, and you would be able to hear the TV. So
yeah, that is kind of weird. And the placement of the one in front of the bunk bed and the couch bed is a little weird because it's very off center. So both people would probably need to have their heads down at one side of the bed in order to watch it.
yeah, it's not really something you're going to utilize, I would think, unless, for some reason, like once for the kids or whatever.
Or you want to keep it on the bridge cam. Maybe you want to keep one on the bridge cam.
Yeah, that's always nice too. And I think, that's kind of nitpicky, obviously. I think, like, the way the lighting's done in the room is really nice. All the finishings and stuff are really, really gorgeous. So I love this room. I think it's actually really awesome. Princess killed it with this room. I just think it's perfect for families or groups of friends and stuff. So I really can't recommend it enough. Now, obviously, the pricing kind of plays a part in it. Is it worth upgrading from a balcony to get the extra space in a mini suite? And maybe if there's only 2 of you or something. I don't know. I don't think I would do it. So,
I agree with that statement. Like we stayed in a balcony on the ship, and we now stayed in a mini suite on this ship. With a balcony, we had 2 of us. With our mini suite, we had 4 of us. With 2 people, unless you're really just wanting to be in the lap of luxury and have a lot of extra space, I don't feel like that it would be worth it for you. Or if you need a full bathtub, that is the only other really reason I can think of that you would need to have a mini suite.
Or if you got it through like a bid upgrade process, and it's not that much more, and whatever your financial situation is, I think it's worth at least throwing a bid on it if the minimum bid is okay or like in your comfort zone, because why not have a little bit of extra space? So
yeah, but if you do have more than 2 to 3 people, especially when you do bid to upgrade through Princess's process, it's only the cost for the first 2 people. So if you do have more than 2 people, just know that those 3rd or 4th person, they don't have to pay anything extra for the upgrade, or you can split it evenly.
Yeah.
But for 2 people, you're going to be more than happy in a smaller room.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think it's a bit of an overkill, I would say.
So what do you think? Have you stayed in a mini suite? Do you have any questions we might not have answered? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video and want to see more travel content from us, please like the video and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. But for now, I'm Rachel.
And I'm David.
And we hope this video helped you find the right direction for your next adventure.
Bye.